Hi there, this is a video just showing the setup and configuration of this Teradek Vidiu Mini that I have for sale on eBay. I've got it connected to a GoPro here, and you'll need an iPad or an iOS device to configure it. So I'm just going to run through that process, as these little devices can be a little you have to know how they really want to go. So you switch the device on. It's going to go through a process that takes a wee while of getting ready before. Initially, you're going to connect to it on a normal basis through Bluetooth to connect it to if you're not on the same Wi-Fi, if it's not logged on to the same Wi-Fi or nectar already. It can be put in AP mode, and there's a little button on the side that you can put it into reset, and as far as I'm aware, that will put it back into AP mode. That means you can just log on to it. It will show up as a Wi-Fi device that you can log on to. And configure it from there. In this case, I'm going to log on to it via Bluetooth. Now, what will happen is it'll go through a process. You just saw the GoPro flash there, where this will go through a variety of states. This will go solid, blank. Well, it's blank. I think it will go to solid, and then one other thing. And when it's back at flashing, that's finally the device ready to connect via Bluetooth, which is why I'm not already doing it. So it's solid now, and then it's going to flash. At that point, the Bluetooth antenna is switched on and available to do things with, but it will still be trying to connect to the previous Wi-Fi connection, and until it's done that, it can be a little bit time consuming to get it. So it is a device that takes a wee bit of time to kind of get up and going. So you can see one more flash on the GoPro thing there, so it's nearly there. So I'm just going to get the app here. I'll put the app description in the description for the event. It's the Teradek Vidiu app. So I'm going to open that, okay, and I'm going to click up in the corner here for Bluetooth. Now, it's currently on the same network, so I'm actually going to switch show you how you do switched network. So I'm going to put my iPad on a different network to the one that it's currently trying to log on to, just so you can see how that would happen. Otherwise, it's just going to log on to the same device and you'll just see it. Okay. So I'll go back to the Teradek Vidiu device, and hopefully we shall see it in the Bluetooth department. There we go. So it's there now. That's it listed there. I was in the Bluetooth bit, and it's there. So you do have to wait to get to the current state, and it's connecting via Bluetooth. The device is still trying to connect to the previous Wi-Fi thing, so this can take a little bit of a moment before it will actually configure. Other settings that I'm going to go through with it is the type of output settings it can go to. It can stream to different destinations. In this instance, I'm going to be connecting it to Teradek Live to Air, a mobile app, and stream it from there. So there's this video which will obviously showing it how to configure the device, and then there will be a second video of it doing there. Occasionally, while I'm waiting this in frustration, I'll just end up closing the device, closing the app and opening it up again, purely as a kind of, so it's finally got an IP address and it's popped in there, so it's finally showed up there. So I can load devices. This takes a little moment to come through, and we can move on. I'll just check. It should be able to now actually be seen by Teradek Vidiu Live to Air. That's a different app. I'm just opening here. And that's the wrong one. That's the original Teradek Vidiu. Teradek Live to Air, not the Action one. And it's Action that we're having there. Okay, and here's the video device there in that app here. See if I can turn the camera around. I'll be able to flash my hand in front of it. Get it in both shots. Yeah, so I can waggle my finger in front of it there, and you can see it in Teradek Vidiu there. Now, that means finally it's probably able to view the settings. So before I start streaming with it, I'm going to go through the settings. So we're going to load the device settings and run you through the app. This can be done via PC as well. I'll just zoom out a little bit here. I generally find if I can log on to it via the IP address from a laptop, I get a better setting to it. There was an IP address that shows up there. Okay, so this is the sort of settings part of it. As I say, I've got it set to live to air there, which is there. Usually if it'll tell you wherever it is there. And it tells me it's got video and it's online. I can do snapshots from there. I'm going to go into settings and systems, and from here you can see that I'll just zoom in on the sections of it so that you can see what's going on with that. If it will focus, I'll just run you through what it's saying. Up the top there, it's the app version. Firmware version is 3.08. And as I say, that's firmware from a Teradek Vidiu, not a Teradek Vidiu Mini, as essentially they run on the same firmware, and the Teradek Mini is discontinued. It's got its uptime and its serial number. You can do the factory reset from there, which I will be doing before I sell it. So there'll be a factory reset, and it will be in AP mode before it ships. You've got your networks, speed tests on the app that you can do, video and broadcast destinations. You've got these platforms that you can add. I've got it selected to live to air, but I can do RTMP, YouTube, set up new destinations. It can do Ustream, Twitch, Facebook, Periscope, Vimeo and Wowza. But as you can do RTMP, you can pretty much be quite flexible about that. As I say, I've got it going to live to air just now, just to show that it works with that. Live to air action, in fact. Okay, so at this point I've got the stream here. I'm just going to cut that to the main thing. So I've got this set up to a test event on YouTube. Hopefully there'll be enough bandwidth domestically to do that. It's just publishing that here. And I've got a little laptop here, and I can just check that it's going live there. Okay, so that's going live. So I'll just jump to this laptop. I'll just set the camera to show that. Yeah. And we can see things. Oh, it's quite a big time lag, so I'm getting a bit confused here. Point towards this and zoom that in. Make that big. Play it. Make it live. Okay, so that's the live feed of it going through there. I know on this, I'll do this for this one as well. Just swap a camera around. Other way. Zoom it out. This will be a bit funny. So in that, let's get that a little zoomed out. What you're seeing there is this PC screen of the live video going round that I'm doing. So that's streaming it to YouTube. So there's a demo of the device, the Teradek Vidiu Mini, and how to configure it and how to set it up. The main thing with the device is that you just have to be a little patient at the beginning to let it configure. Every time it's trying to boot up to get the antennas going up, it's relatively slow for that. But the device does work well, but as it's a small device that they really pack things into, one way or the other, you just have to be patient with it. Okay, so hopefully that will resolve any issues one might have with a small device like this. Okay, thanks now, and I shall see if I can just stop the video.